Have you ever wondered why some people lie excessively? Well, today we will unravel the mystery behind this phenomenon. Lying, an act we've all partaken in at some point, takes on different forms and varies in intensity from person to person. Some fib occasionally, while others weave intricate webs of untruths almost reflexively. Today we're going to focus on the latter group, those who lie excessively, often to the point of it becoming a problem. These individuals predominantly fall into two categories: pathological liars and compulsive liars. While both types involve a high frequency of lying, the motives, triggers, and psychological underpinnings differ significantly. Understanding these differences is crucial not only in identifying excessive liars, but also in learning how to interact with them effectively. Stay tuned as we delve into the world of pathological liars. So, what exactly is a pathological liar? Let's get into it. Pathological lying is a complex and intriguing phenomenon. It's essentially lying taken to an extreme level. But unlike the occasional white lie, pathological lying is persistent, pervasive, and often perplexing. It's not just telling a fib here and there, it's a habitual and excessive pattern of dishonesty. Now let's dig a little deeper. You see, pathological lying isn't just about the quantity of lies, but also the quality. The lies spun by a pathological liar can be grandiose and intricate, often straddling the line between reality and fantasy. It's like a web of deceit that gets more tangled with each lie. But why does this happen? Well, it's often linked with various mental health conditions. For instance, it can be a feature of personality disorders like antisocial personality disorder or borderline personality disorder. In these cases, the pathological lying isn't just an isolated issue, but rather a part of a broader pattern of behaviors and symptoms. Now, it's important to remember that pathological lying isn't a formal diagnosis in itself. It's a behavior, and often a symptom of underlying issues. And like all behaviors, it doesn't define the person. It's a challenge they're facing, and with proper help and understanding, it can be addressed. But what's the impact of pathological lying? Well, it can lead to a great deal of confusion and stress, not just for the liar, but also for the people around them. Trust, as we all know, is a fragile thing, and when it's constantly being shattered by lies, it can make relationships extremely difficult. Now that we have a better understanding of pathological liars, let's move on to compulsive liars. Now, let's explore the intriguing world of compulsive liars. Compulsive lying, a term that might sound familiar, but its understanding is often elusive. Compulsive lying is a behavior observed when a person lies out of habit. Intriguingly, the individual may not even be aware they're lying, as it becomes a reflexive action, almost like a second nature. This behavior can be traced back to childhood coping mechanisms. Picture a child who has grown up in an environment where lying was the only way to avoid punishment or gain approval. As they mature, this tactic may become deeply ingrained, turning into a hard-to-break habit. This is where compulsive lying often takes root. Now, you might be wondering, how is this different from pathological lying? Well, there's a subtle yet significant distinction. While both involve chronic lying, the motivations differ. Pathological liars often lie to manipulate others or to inflate their own self-image. Compulsive liars, on the other hand, lie more out of habit than intent. Their lies aren't necessarily designed to deceive, but rather, they're a reflexive response to situations. Understanding this distinction is essential. It helps us empathize with compulsive liars, recognizing that their behavior is more a result of ingrained habits than a deliberate intention to deceive. Pathological lying, conversely, is often linked with personality disorders and may require a different approach to manage. Now that we know the difference between a pathological and a compulsive liar, let's understand why people lie. We've all lied at some point, but why do we do it? The psychology behind lying is a fascinating exploration into the human mind. Lying, in its essence, is a complex cognitive process that requires the brain to juggle multiple realities at once. It's a skill that even young children master quite early. But why do we do it? The reasons are as diverse as people themselves. At times, lying is a survival strategy, an attempt to avoid punishment or negative consequences. Picture a child who broke a vase and denies it, fearing a scolding. This is a simple example of a lie as a self-preservation tool. Sometimes people lie to protect others' feelings. These are often called white lies and are generally viewed as socially acceptable. Think about telling your friend that you love their new haircut, even if you don't. In this case, the lie serves to maintain harmony and avoid unnecessary conflict. Then there are those who lie out of habit or compulsion, a reflex that may have its roots in early childhood coping mechanisms. For some, lying can be a way to deal with stress, to create a reality that feels more manageable or appealing than the truth. But it's important to remember that not all lies are created equal. There's a vast difference between the occasional white lie and the deceit practiced by pathological or compulsive liars. For these individuals, lying is not just a sporadic event, but rather a pervasive pattern of behavior that can lead to serious consequences for them and those around them. Understanding the psychology behind lying is not about condoning dishonesty. It's about gaining insight into human behavior. It helps us to empathize, to realize that sometimes people lie not out of malice, but out of fear, stress, or even a misguided attempt to protect others. Understanding why people lie helps us to better navigate our interactions with them. But what can we do if we encounter a pathological or compulsive liar? That's a question we'll delve into in our next segment. Stay tuned. Dealing with a pathological or compulsive liar can be challenging. Let's discuss some strategies. When it comes to excessive liars, it's crucial to understand that their behavior often stems from deep-seated issues, and it's not personal. They're not lying to you because of who you are, but because of who they are. First, keep in mind that confronting a liar about their lies might not always yield the desired results. They could deny them or even create more lies to cover up the original ones. Instead, focus on creating a safe environment where they feel accepted and understood. This could encourage them to drop their guard and be more honest. Secondly, establish boundaries. It's okay to protect yourself from the negative impact of their lies. You might say, for instance, I value honesty in my relationships. If I feel that I'm not getting that from you, I might need to distance myself for my own well-being. Thirdly, encourage them to seek professional help. Therapists are trained to deal with such behaviors and can provide the necessary tools and strategies to manage and overcome them. Now, let's talk about you. Dealing with a pathological or compulsive liar can be stressful and emotionally draining. It's important to take care of your own mental health. Seek support from friends, family, or a mental health professional. Building trust and maintaining relationships in such scenarios can be challenging. Remember to be patient, both with the person lying and with yourself. It's a tough situation, and it's okay if progress is slow. Most importantly, approach these situations with empathy. It's easy to get frustrated or angry, but remember, lying is often a coping mechanism for deeper issues. Understanding and compassion can go a long way in helping both you and the person who is lying. Remember, it's important to approach these situations with understanding and empathy. We have learned quite a bit today about pathological and compulsive liars. We've delved into the art of lying, explored the psyche of pathological liars who lie excessively and often without reason, and examined compulsive liars who lie out of habit, often stemming from childhood coping mechanisms. We've also ventured into the psychology behind lying, which can be both fascinating and complex. It's important to understand that dealing with excessive liars can lead to stress and difficulty in building trust. However, equipped with the knowledge we've shared today, we hope you can navigate such situations with greater ease and understanding. Remember, empathy and patience can go a long way in dealing with such individuals. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe. And please leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.